Visualization diagrams are graphical representations used to show the layout, structure, and appearance of a software application's interface. They're often used for planning, design, and feedback purposes. Traditionally, they would be drawn on paper and pencil and annotated, but modern diagrams are mocked up on a computer so they can be easily shared with team members and clients. Here is an example of a visualization diagram for a retail website. It can show things like product pages with images, prices, and add to basket buttons, typography details such as font sizes, styles, and colors, the position of menus and the contents of headers and footers, and labels in the form of annotation to explain things like what they might say, how they might look, and how users might navigate from one page to another. Common components of visualization diagrams include the layout structure, which is the arrangement of elements on the screen such as menus, buttons, and input boxes. There's also user interface elements, which are the visual components like text boxes, labels, drop-downs, icons, and images. There should be navigation links, which are buttons or menus that show how users move across screens. Then there's annotations, which are notes explaining functions, behaviors, or design choices. And finally, branding, which is the use of colors, logos, fonts, and styles, which are consistent with a product's identity. Visualization diagrams are typically drawn to scale or proportional to the real screen size. They may use placeholder text occasionally over some elements such as enter username on a text box, but usually they'll have annotations to explain the purpose of each feature. They often have a mock-up style with rough sketches instead of finished icons, logos, and pictures, and annotation is crucial as each diagram will be labeled with section names and page titles as well. Visualization diagrams are most commonly used in the planning phase to sketch out early concept ideas and in the design phase for creating detailed user interface layouts before moving on to the coding phase. They can also be used when prototyping to test layout and interaction ideas and for client reviews to get feedback before development. These diagrams are important for team communication to align developers, designers, and clients. To create a visualization diagram, gather requirements from the client or user stories. Sketch rough layouts, potentially on paper first. Identify key user interface elements for each screen or page. You can use digital tools online for professional-looking designs. Add labels, annotations, and basic interactions such as where buttons go, and organize layouts consistently across screens or states. Effective visualization diagrams provide clarity with easy-to-understand layouts and clear labeling. Diagrams should be consistent and repeat the same design elements, such as fonts and button styles, across pages. It offers a focus and shows only the visual aspects, not back-end code or logic. It provides realism and reflects the size and spacing of actual user interface components, and they demonstrate how users can navigate and move between screens. To improve the effectiveness of a visualization diagram, you can include annotation, tooltips, or notes explaining non-obvious features. Avoid overcrowding, keeping the layout clean and readable. Use standard user interface conventions that users are familiar with. Use color schemes to highlight interactive elements and navigation, and show diagrams to target users or clients to get feedback early, preferably with multiple views, such as desktop, tablet, and mobile versions.